Hello, my name's Avery Sorensen, and I am a grant liaison here at the Criminal Justice Commission. This video is intended as a very quick walkthrough of the SurveyMonkey Apply or SM Apply portal, where all grant advisory committee members for the Restorative Justice grant will be scoring each 25-27 restorative justice application. This is sort of our survey format that the GAC discussed at the GAC meeting on October 6th. So everything that I will be showing in this video are just examples, as staff will not be scoring. This is just intended as a resource for technical assistance for GAC members. And this survey that I'm about to walk through is only open to GAC members. Okay, so as I mentioned, SM Apply is just CJC's grant management portal, and that's where this application scoring survey lives. Up at the top, you'll see the link there. It will also be provided to you all in email. So a little bit of orientation to this portal. We have nestled the scoring for GAC members within the RJ program that already exists in SM Apply. So you will not be able to access it on the main dashboard. You have to be invited directly to it, which I have done for the primary email for every GAC member. If you are new to SM Apply, you should have received a link via email from SM Apply to set up your account, which you will need to be able to do before you can log in and access this stage. So once you have set up that account, or if you already have an existing account, you will go ahead and log in using the login button in the top right-hand corner of the page. Once you log in, that will take you to your applications page. So if you have been like an applicant before, you may see several different programs, as you see here on my page, that I have used for testing applications. If this is your first time in SM Apply for a CJC grant, then you will likely only see the Restorative Justice Program 2527. If for some reason it does not take you to this applications page, you can always navigate to it through clicking My Applications in the upper right-hand corner. But right now I'm going to go ahead and click Start for the Restorative Justice Grant Program 2527. All right, so that will take you here, which is your landing page for the scoring. You'll notice that there is a button over sort of on the left-hand side to add a collaborator. Again, that is because it is nestled within the RJ program, where applications could add multiple editors to the program. However, as GAC members, we ask that you do not use that button, since only GAC members' scoring will be considered as part of the application review process. So beyond that, you'll see where that arrow, that orange arrow is, that you actually will have 14 tasks that need to be completed here under your tasks. There is one for each application, and then one at the very end to seek your input on a reduction strategy. I do want to draw your attention to the empty circles next to each task. That shows that the task has not been completed in any way. As we move through this presentation, you will see that those circles will slowly start to fill in with green to indicate progress. Each circle must be completely green in order for the Submit button over on the left-hand side to become green and clickable. Importantly, you will also see on this sort of dashboard landing page that you may have previous tasks, and those will also appear when you click on Preview in the upper right-hand corner. This is only because, again, that scoring is nestled within the existing RJ program where applicants have completed their application. if you were to navigate to those or click the preview button, yours would be blank because you obviously did not submit an application. I tell you all of this to tell you that you can just disregard those extra components and focus only on your tasks. Okay, so let's dive right into that first task. Again, as I mentioned already, each task is a scoring rubric for each application that was submitted, organized alphabetically. I blocked out the name on this first applicant in these examples because this serves as just that, an example. Again, staff are not doing this scoring. So a little orientation here. When you are in each task, you will see on the left-hand side that there is a little small dashboard of your progress. Again, there's those circles there that will slowly fill in with green as you make your way through them. At any time, you can click back to the application and it will take you back to the main application page that we just saw. Also, for every page that you are on, there are 5 pages for each application. You can click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of the page to download it if it works better for you to see it either in PDF or printed. However, you must then input your scores into this SM Apply portal, in order for them to be included. So I'm going to go ahead and just read the instructions now that will appear on every page of every task. So please complete 1 task for each application. In evaluating the application, use only the information provided by the applicant. As per the instructions of the CJC Commission, to ensure each application is evaluated uniformly, fairly, and using the criteria set by the program rules and solicitation criteria, set aside your previous review of the application and any outside knowledge of the applicant that you may have. All tasks for each application must be completed and submitted by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, October 26th, for your scores to be considered. So not only will those instructions appear on every page of every task, but so will this sort of little summary of the application down here at the bottom where you can see there's this orange box. So on every page, you'll be able to reference the name of the applicant, the program type, the requested funds, and there will be a link to a Google Drive that contains all the application materials from preliminary application to final application. And this will also be emailed to you. That Google Drive link will be emailed to you. Okay, so with knowing sort of what information you can expect to see on every slide, I'm going to then just show you how the scoring functions for a couple pages, so that you can kind of see how the branching will work. So the first page of every task will ask you for your name, and if you have an actual conflict or a potential conflict or neither. If you select yes, I have an actual conflict, or if you select yes, I have a potential conflict, once you select this green next button, that task will be marked as complete and you will not complete any of the following pages. If you select no, I do not have an actual or potential conflict, all the remaining scoring pages will open up for you. So we'll go ahead for this walkthrough. We'll assume that I selected no here and click next so that we can move on to the next page. All right, so the next page is sort of the first scoring criteria, which is eligibility. For every question, if you select yes, as indicated by this orange arrow, you will then be prompted to rank how well that application demonstrates that criterion. And it will be a scale of 1 to 5. If you select no, as demonstrated by this orange arrow, you will then be prompted to state why it did not meet that criterion. So that is the format then of all the scoring questions throughout the entire task. So now that we've completed a page from the eligibility criteria from this first the eligibility criteria for this first task, you will see that the circle is partially filled in green since it now has data, but it has not been completed, so it's not fully green. At the bottom of the page, you are then able to either save and continue editing, go back to the previous page, or click Next. You're only able to click Next if you have completed all components of that page. So basically, you'll just move forward with the same exact process for all sections of the scoring rubric. So the preferences, other criteria, and the budget projection sheet. Finally, once all pages have been completed in the task, you can again either save and continue editing, go to a previous page, or mark as complete. As you can see over here on the left-hand side of the slide, this will be at the bottom of your page. It's important to note that even if you mark it as complete, which we can now see that that circle is totally filled in green with a check mark, that means you've marked it as complete. But if you want to go in and edit it, once you have marked it as complete, you are totally able to do so. You will just go to the upper right-hand corner of that page, click on the three dots, and select Edit. You could also download this page, and this would then give you not only all of the questions, but all of your responses. And then you are also able to reset it, but that totally resets the page. So only do that, I guess, if you want to start over. Okay, so now to submit, let's say I've gone in and completed every task in this application. All of those circles are now green with check mark because I marked them all as complete. My submit button is now green. I do want to note that I didn't go through every single page of every single application in the RJ scoring rubric to get those green circles. So I did just pull this from a different application. So this is just, again, used as an example so that you can see what you will likely see when you get to ready to submit. So again, just a reminder, you can open up any task that has been marked as complete. However, once you hit submit, you won't be able to reopen it. If you do accidentally click submit before the deadline, you can go ahead and email me and I can reopen it for you if it's before the deadline. Okay, so this is what you'll see if you'll click review first. You can again download it for review or go back to the application if you spot something that you need to edit. But beyond that, you can either submit it from this review tab or back on that page that we were just on using that green button, submit your application. You will be prompted to confirm. And then finally, you'll receive this page both as a confirmation pop-up and as an email. So at that time, you are not able to edit it. And if you want to review what you submitted, you can go back to that main page. You can go back to the My Applications page to view what you've submitted. And that concludes this quick walkthrough. If you have any technical issues with SM Apply, definitely reach out to me or Rima, the grant coordinator. Thank you.